In central New Hampshire, a group of people have come together on a Saturday to volunteer for the day. They have come to install a solar thermal renewable energy system on a house that will now make hot water directly from the sun's rays. A system like this one can save a homeowner from burning 200 gallons of oil or electric equivalent per year. The concept is known as the energy raiser. Since 2005, the Plymouth Area Renewable Energy Initiative, also known as PAREI, has coordinated over 35 energy raisers in 11 towns surrounding Plymouth, New Hampshire. Their goal as an organization is to provide opportunities for members of their community to find ways to reduce and produce energy. The concept, people joining together to complete a project, is not a new one. Amish people of the Mid-Atlantic states pooled together their talents and energies to build barns in just one day. Known as barn raisers, the Amish community works together under the concept that many hands make light work, using people with proper skills to create a structure that is valuable but less expensive to build. Although the raiser model can be used for many different tasks, from barn raising to weatherizing homes to planting a field, we have found that this model is an exciting and cost-effective way to install a solar water heating system benefiting not only the homeowner and each individual that takes part, but also the community as a whole. The energy raiser can accomplish a number of different things. It makes solar energy more accessible to the average person, increasing the number of homes in your community that preheat their domestic water with energy from the sun. It teaches the homeowner about the components and workings and the benefits of a solar thermal system, creating a level of knowledge and ownership that only comes from first-hand involvement. It reduces the cost of an installation, further opening the door to low and middle-income families. It educates and motivates future energy raiser participants about what can be done on their own homes. It helps expose local tradespeople to the field of solar energy installations. And it strengthens the community by giving people an opportunity to work together toward a common, tangible goal that benefits the local economy and the environment. Organizing a solar energy raiser starts well before the day of the raiser. The first step is a solar site visit. A visit is made to the home to determine the feasibility of utilizing a solar energy system on that site. At this session, the team discusses where the solar collector should be mounted. On the roof, south-facing wall, on the ground? What is the best route for the pipes that travel from the collector to the water storage tank? What size collector and tank is right for this home? All efforts need to be taken to reuse the materials that currently exist in the system, further bringing down the costs. Once determined that the home is suitable for a solar installation, the energy raiser coordinator meets again with the family to walk through what is going to happen on the day of the energy raiser and gives the homeowner some tasks that should be completed prior to setup night. Depending on the skills of the homeowner and local building codes, they may also discuss which parts of the installation need to be completed previously by a licensed professional. Several days prior to the energy raiser, the homeowner hosts a setup night. The core volunteers attend this event and work together to finalize the schematic, review the parts lists, and determine the tasks for the team leaders. Some initial plumbing and setup should be accomplished on that evening. The day of the energy raiser starts with a volunteer meeting. This meeting is run by the homeowner and energy raiser coordinator. The meeting includes introducing the team leaders for the day, the students, those who will be hosting a raiser in the near future, the energy raiser veteran volunteers, those who have held one in the past, and the newcomers. At this meeting, the homeowner goes through housekeeping items including the day's schedule, house access, and safety issues. Here, the overall goals of the day are discussed and questions are fielded. The organization starts with the development of work teams. The tank team collects the pipes coming from the solar collector to the heat exchanger, commonly located in the water storage tank. These pipes are called the solar loop. Into these pipes, volunteers install the circulator pump, temperature and pressure gauge, pressure relief valve, expansion tank and glycol fill, and return drains. They also have the job of testing and pressurizing the solar loop at the end of the day. The chase team handles running and securing the pipe and insulation from the collector to the tank. The collector team assembles and installs the rack, mounts the manifold, and ties in the chase piping into the collector. This team also inserts the heat pipes and tubes into the manifold. The sensor team runs a sensor wire from the collector to the water storage tank and wires a temperature differential controller to the circulator pump. The controller is plugged into a 110-volt outlet. The tube team unpacks and prepares the tubes to hand up to the collector team for insertion into the manifold. The information team works with visitors and answers general questions from volunteers about the Energy Raiser process and solar water heating. This team also runs a midday information session for people new to solar water heating. This session should inform attendees about local renewable energy rebates and tax incentives and encourage people to either get involved as an Energy Raiser volunteer or consider having a professional solar installation. The observers team consists of the many people like the option of being an observer or extra hand at their first Energy Raiser. Participants may be on more than one team when the tasks for those teams don't overlap. For instance, the chase team's duties take place early in the day, and the tube team works towards the end of the day. Along with the team leaders, there are two supervisors, one inside the house and the other outside. Both keep people moving on the tasks at hand. The homeowners should be one of these supervisors, as well as alternating between all the teams, because it is the homeowner that makes the final decision on all that happens through the day. Each team needs one or two people skilled in the task at hand. For instance, the tank team needs someone with solid plumbing and design skills. The collector team needs someone skilled in carpentry. And the tube team, the most skilled team of all, needs someone who can goop, shake, and pass. The goal for each volunteer is to learn the different duties of each team so they can begin to think about how to make it happen in their own home. Their ultimate goal is to be able to create a schematic for their own installation and supervise their own Energy Raiser at a future date. At 9 a.m., the teams get to work and continue to work throughout the day, side by side, but not interfering with the progress of the other teams. The inside and outside supervisors should be in constant contact with one another to determine the completion possibility. If the project will not be completed in one day, provisions need to be made early enough for buttoning up the operation to ensure hot and cold running water for the homeowner and security for the work that has been done thus far. If all goes well, the system will be up and running and making BTUs from the sun by mid-afternoon. The Energy Raiser process embraces the concept of paying it forward. Each person planning to host an Energy Raiser volunteers at 3 raisers prior to their own and then pays the favor forward at future raisers as many times as he or she would like. This process creates a constant cycle of experienced and new volunteers. Tradespeople such as plumbers, electricians, and carpenters possess the many skills needed to install a solar thermal system. A special effort should be made to invite them to take part in Energy Raisers so your volunteer crew can benefit from their expertise, and secondly, so the tradespeople can gain hands-on experience and consider offering solar installation services as part of their existing business. The midday information sessions that are open to the general public often generate people interested in professional installations. The homeowner that hosts an Energy Raiser is a general contractor and is responsible for the safety of his and her guests. Energy Raisers are no different than asking a few friends over to your house to help you complete a project. The homeowner is responsible for checking all insurance needs and town and state permitting to ensure that the Energy Raiser will be done legally and within building codes. The video you have just seen is a summary of how the Plymouth Area Renewable Energy Initiative operates their Energy Raiser process. Not everything in these examples can be done the same way in every town or state, but this model can be easily altered to meet different circumstances. The Energy Raiser activity can be as simple as a small group of neighbors wishing to work together, pooling tools and skills with the goal of only installing a few systems, or it can be an activity or committee of an existing organization or municipality. You don't have to start your own nonprofit organization to bring the concept of the Energy Raiser alive. There are people in every community that have pondered for years the idea of installing solar in their home and are just waiting for the opportunity to get involved. And there are plumbing suppliers and solar equipment stores that can help you gather the supplies and tools you need to create your very own Energy Raiser crew. At the end of the day, the homeowner has a solar system on their home that will save them energy, but the community has gained knowledge, skills, and the model to continue to pay it forward time and time again. Through the Energy Raiser process, knowledge is shared, costs are reduced, and access is gained to a new and exciting way of powering our world.
I think everybody has a notion of what a barn raising is all about. It's neighbors coming together to help a neighbor with a big project that's unmanageable otherwise and unaffordable otherwise. And with an Energy Raiser, you're tapping into that energy and knowledge. And from Energy Raiser to Energy Raiser, there's a great transfer of technical knowledge. Each installation is somewhat different. So there's the planning session early on, and there's a greater understanding. And I think the viral expansion of this from one community to the next community, and suddenly you've got a whole region that is coming alive with this, and people are saving money and taking action.
And this whole summer I've actually been on 4 or 5 of them already, and it's been one of the highlights of my whole summer. Besides spending time with my kids and all that fun stuff that I usually do in the summer, learning how to do this has been great, and visiting different people's houses and helping them put a system in, and I'll probably see the same faces in October when they come and help me put the system in on my part. I just think it's a really neat idea to use the people that are out there and use their labor and use their information and use their great encouragement and spirit to kind of all come together and get something done.
The unique thing with the Energy Raiser is people get involved with their system, and it's not a matter of just some set of panels and some energy that they don't know going into their system. They understand how this whole system works, and they can see the real benefit every day by having a clear understanding of the system.
We don't have to go out and convince people to do this, and that's the thing that's really fun. Our attitude is that we're happy to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. We also don't care how they go in, because of the 11 I talk about, it's been pretty much an equal mix between Energy Raisers, professional installs, and do-it-yourselfers. We've done some of each. They all are in, they all work, and we've saved a lot of oil.
Whatever you want to do, you just jump right in and get your hands dirty, and which was great, because that's what we were kind of afraid of, is that okay, you're just going to be fetching stuff, but no, it was just like, yeah, here's how you do this, go ahead, give it a try, and it was awesome. And people were just unbelievable with their time. Questions, you asked them all the questions, they just kept answering them. So as long as they wanted to, they would just keep working with you and show you how to do it.
I think what we started to notice was that PAREI was doing a great job of meeting the needs of the Plymouth, Rumney, Bridgewater area, and they were willing, you folks were willing to come to this area a little further east, and we just almost felt guilty sapping that energy away from the Plymouth area that still needed PAREI and still wanted, the services of PAREI there. So our thought was, let's try to still lean on PAREI, piggyback on them for expertise and ideas, but develop our own core volunteers here. And so that's what we've done. 3 of us together, Peter Waber, Carl McNall, and myself, came together and said, can we talk it up in this area? And we put together STAMREI, the Sandwich, Tamworth, Moultonborough Renewable Energy Initiative. And so we still overlap with PAREI some. There's always a couple of PAREI people at ours, and it seems like we make it to 1 or 2 PAREI ones every year, but it's just been fun being able to build that here. And I think one of the best parts about it has been that 2 years ago, people used to say, oh yeah, there's that group in Plymouth that puts in solar hot water, but I don't know any of those people. And so now that we can say, actually there's a group right here in Sandwich putting them together, and the people that are doing it, then it's a lot easier to pull them on board and get them excited and get them interested. So it's worked well.